I had a lower back problem, and I went to a lot of chiropractor, and I did a lot of chiropractor. They worked on me for like a year, and the result, it wasn't there. And because I was very active, I played soccer for so many years. Still, I'm playing soccer with my son, practicing, not in his level, but I couldn't do all that activity. And I decided to go for the surgery because I had a lot of pain on my lower back, sometimes shoot through my legs. I researched a lot through the doctors and read about them, and I find that Dr. Bonati has a lot of experience and knowledge, and he's capable to do this because I really didn't want to give my back to any doctors, because to me, your lower back is like a root for the trees. If you don't have a root, you cannot grow, you cannot move, and if I lost that point, I couldn't work, I couldn't do any function. Especially I was very athletic, and for me it was very hard to sit and not to walk that much, not to run, not to do any activity. Because especially if you're active, and you do a lot of exercise, when they take that one away from you, you're just like losing yourself. Emotionally, you're losing it, and when you lose it, you cannot even function good, and you work, you cannot perform. And especially in my business, I do a lot of traveling overseas, a lot of buying trip, a lot of business to go overseas, and I lost all of it because I couldn't sit in the plane for like over 15, 16 hours. And that's the reason I decided to go for that surgery, and the result was, you can't even ask. It's perfect. If I stood on my foot, for more than 10 minutes, the pain shoots through my lower back, my hip, and sometimes it shoots through my left leg. And I couldn't do any activity because I couldn't stand on my feet. If you cannot stand on your feet, you just cannot function good. And almost I was in the point of losing my confidence. And that's the reason I decided to go for the surgery. I had the surgery last year, on end of May, and it was, I thought I'm gonna sit at home for a while, but after surgery, it took me a day back to work, start working. At the first couple of days softer, but after that, I was back to full force, 100%. And I'm 110% now. I didn't want to go for open back surgery, and I just read a lot about it, and I find out that a lot of people, they have done that, they have a lot of problems. I talked to so many people, they had that surgery. By the time I find Dr. Bonati and I find out his procedure, how easy it is, and and all the effect. After I've done the surgery, I see the result myself. And at this point, I want to just thank you, Dr. Bonati, and God bless you.
When we operate Fred Hodge, he looked to me like he was an old gentleman. What was amazing is to see him a few months after. I was envy to see how good he looked. And I went to look myself in the mirror and I say, I need to shape up, because this man that is probably in his late 60s or so, I'm not exactly sure, but he looked like a 40 years old man. Incredibly strong, with a strong pace, shoulders back, his face looked young, his muscles were there. All of them, I said, man, now he's back in training, he's back in doing his life. So we have the type of examples every day here.
The biggest difference is our surgery here, patients are awake. And when I did minimally invasive surgery, patients were asleep. Looking back, those people in whom I didn't have success, the failures probably came from doing an inadequate decompression. When we finish surgeries with Dr. Bonati, he asks us, did the patient move? Did you have them walk? Did you have them wiggle and twist and move in a way to reproduce their pain in the operating room? And the answer is yes, you better have, because that's the way we see if the pain is gone. We want our patients at the presumed conclusion of the surgery to be able to move in a way they couldn't before because it would have caused nerve compression and hence pain. We want them to be able to move in a way so they don't have pain. And that's a very happy end to surgery. That's probably the single biggest difference between us and other places. Attention to detail and insistence on following through.